Hello, everyone. This is Kelly Covert, and you are with us at home with Symphoria. And today we have two very, very special guests, our amazing box office manager, Emily Bass, and her husband, who is a cellist with Symphoria, Walden Bass. Welcome, Basses, to At Home with Symphoria.
Hello.
Thank you.
You're
We're happy
welcome.
to be here.
We are excited to have you, and we thought we might run into some technical difficulties, but I think we have it figured out. So, how are you guys doing in quarantine?
We're sick of it.
We're still married.
Oh, shoo.
I am cooking. I miss our grandchildren and our children.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I still like him.
Well,
I think he likes me.
if anything, that just gives me hope as a married person to know that like it can last. It can last even when you're stuck in the house together for 10 weeks.
Yeah, in July it'll be almost 45 years.
45 years. That's so wonderful. You guys, I know that I love having examples in my life of lasting love. So I appreciate that so much.
Oh, shucks.
So, what have the two of you been up to besides missing your grandkids and cooking?
Well, we play games like Yahtzee and stuff like that. We were streaming The Crown on TV, stuff like that.
He's been teaching a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He's mastered iPad teaching, which I think is awesome.
Mm-hmm. It's really amazing how much we've been forced to learn. And then it's all of a sudden like, oh, wow, I really can do this and I can really figure it out. I love that.
It's amazing. It's
Mhm.
amazing because we're really technologically impaired, but we're getting better. So this is good.
I don't know if impaired would be the word that I would use. I feel like that's a little harsh.
No, it isn't.
Challenged.
Yes.
So, Emily, you've been running our box office from home. Why don't you
Yes.
tell us a little bit about what you've been up to and what I know you've been so busy, maybe even busier than when you're in the office. So, what has been keeping you busy?
So we did the raffle, which ended on Saturday. And so I was very busy with that. And it was nice. It was nice. And so I would do renewals and raffles, and it made my day just kind of flow nicely.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's rather quiet again. I'm lonely. People need to call me and renew.
You heard it straight from the horse's mouth. Call Emily and renew your subscriptions. We will be having a season. It's going to be amazing. So if you're worried about that, you can call her and ask her all of the questions and she can let you know what things will look like. But keep her busy.
Keep me from lonely. Yes.
Walton, besides teaching, what have you been up to?
Well, I've been doing a lot of yard work around the neighborhood, which helps everybody else. And I haven't been wearing a mask outside because I don't get near people, but maybe I should.
I think as long as you're not near people, no worries.
Yeah.
I've been going for really long walks in the woods by my house, and I have not been wearing a mask for that, and it's lovely.
Yeah.
See, I have
leave once a week to buy food.
buy food. Yeah. It's amazing how like the little things can be so fun now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. We took a drive last week. That was pretty exciting. We bought gas.
All kinds of things. So, Emily, before you started your career as the most amazing box office manager ever, you were also a piano teacher and a pianist.
Yeah.
If you could be anything else, what do you think that would be? What other profession would you have chosen?
I wanted to teach English, and my parents discouraged it. They said I would starve to death. Not that teaching piano has been,
Uh-huh.
whatever.
How about you? How about you, Walden?
Yeah. What about me?
What
What?
would you like to do?
Oh, what would I like to do? I always wanted to be a aviator, like have my own little plane, except it's very expensive. But I love flying up in little planes because I've been interested in maps and roads and stuff, and so I can see from up above. You know, in a small plane, you can just follow the landscape, and it's really cool.
You are braver than me. I've been up in a couple of small planes, and I think I would not like to do that anymore. It's kind of
Well,
scary.
you have to trust the person who owns the plane or who's driving the pilot, that they've prepared properly and everything's safe. Hopefully.
Mhm. Yeah, for
He
sure.
loves maps.
Well, so
Maps make
maps make him happy. So I guess what you're saying is if we ever get lost, we should have Walden with us.
Yeah, I used to have a really good sense of direction.
Yeah.
And I still do, but basically.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I love it. So you're together in the house all day long, all night long. What is your favorite guilty pleasure?
I don't know. I don't know. I do a lot of needlepoint to calm myself down.
Mm-hmm.
And for a while, I was doing Cadbury mini eggs, but they're gone. Thank goodness. And I think I've been baking, which I usually don't do,
and it's great.
and to make him happy. But then, yeah, it does not make me happy necessarily, but I'm still doing it.
Mm-hmm. So Walden, your guilty pleasure is eating all of Emily's bakes.
Right. And
Uh-huh.
I've been doing, I like to do puzzles, like jigsaw puzzles. I have one on the kitchen or the dining room table that it's just been sitting there because I don't know. I just don't, I used to like to do them, but now I do them on computers, smaller ones, you know.
Oh, I didn't know you could do puzzles on computers.
Yeah, you just sign up for, you know, puzzles.
It's
Uh-huh.
kind of fun.
I love it. See, I'm learning all kinds of new things from people who say they're technically challenged.
Yeah, we're not that bad.
Mm-mm. So what kind of music are you guys listening to in your house these days?
This is just really maybe not great, but we have Spectrum TV and there's a music channel, and I listen to classical music, and they have really interesting stuff. There's a lot of Baroque stuff, but there's this saxophone quartet called the Nuclear Whales that I discovered, and they are awesome. So weird stuff like that.
The Nuclear
We
Whales.
usually turn it on.
Yep.
We usually turn that channel on in the morning and listen to, I like to listen to classical music on it and have my breakfast or whatever, read the paper.
We go between that and the news
Yeah, it's easy to flip-flop.
almost daily.
I will try to find a YouTube video of the Nuclear Whales. In fact, that's something I'm going to need to write down because I don't know if I will remember. And we'll post it so people can. Oh, you can't find them?
They disbanded in the mid 80s, and so there are recordings of them, but there's no actual video of them doing stuff.
Oh, interesting. So people are just going to have to look it up the old-fashioned way.
They're pretty great.
What do you think you like so much about Saxophone Quartet?
I don't know, because when I was in college, it was my least favorite thing. We used to have this musicianship class, and every week there was a saxophone quartet. And we used to always roll our eyes. Here they are again. But in my old age, I like it.
When I was a freshman at the University of Michigan, I went down the hallway, you know, where the practice rooms were, and I heard the most gorgeous Bach cello suite being played. I don't remember which one it was, doesn't matter. But anyway, I went and I looked in the window, and it was a sax player. It was just amazing. I was blown away by, great sax players at the University of Michigan.
Oh, yeah. They're world renowned for sure. We have lots of people with us today watching. Someone, Jerry Fish, who's actually a friend of mine. I don't know if you know Jerry. He just posted a YouTube link. I feel like it might be to the nuclear whales. So we'll have to go.
Oh.
Yeah, he found them. Thanks, Jerry. And also, you've got lots of fans here today. For those of you who are watching, if you have any questions for Walden and Emily, now's your chance. So go ahead and post them in the comments and I'll see what we can get to. It's been a long time since Symphoria has been on stage. What are the two of you most looking forward to the next time we get to all play together?
Well, I just love playing with people and reacting to my cohorts around me, making beautiful music. It's just great. I've always loved it. I think I always will. I mean, it's okay to practice by myself or teach. It's frustrating teaching by FaceTime because of sometimes the lag. You can't do duets, for instance, playing with them. But we keep doing it.
How about you, Emily? You have a little bit of a different role.
My Saturday nights aren't quite the same.
A little less exciting, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Gives me a reason to put on mascara and, dress up and go somewhere.
And we all need, you know what? We all need a reason to put on mascara, I think. Right, Walden?
Yes. Well, I've never tried it.
Yep.
All right. So now we've got our lightning round questions. These were provided today by Lydia Parkington, who I think is your standmate. Is that correct, Walden?
Yep. She was this year.
So you can both answer, and maybe your answers will be different, and then we'll learn a little bit more about how this marriage works so well. Okay. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. A book or Netflix?
Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix.
A relaxing walk or an energizing run?
Definitely the walk. I'm not into running.
I've mastered sitting. I sit well.
Yeah, we need to get out for a walk.
Emily will take the sit, the relaxing sit.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, I love this one. What is your favorite non-classical musician or band?
I love Queen.
I was just going to say Queen.
Mm-hmm.
I love Queen.
I have this image, this mental image right now of like you getting ready in the morning, both of you, and you have "We Will Rock You" on the.
Oh, that's us.
We are the champions, though.
We Are the Champions.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what you play in the car on the way home from a concert, right?
Yeah. Or the Beatles. I love the Beatles.
Me too. Can't go wrong with the Beatles. What is your go-to comfort food?
Tea. Tea makes me really happy lately. I don't know why.
Okay.
That's sad.
I must be a little kid because I still love peanut butter and jelly.
Well, you're like my kids. I feel like that's what they're living on these days. And I have no guilt about that because they make it themselves.
That's nice.
It's easy to do.
It's really nice. Okay. If you were a circus performer, what would you do in the circus?
Stilt walking.
Yes.
Well, it's weird, but I've always wanted to try it, I guess.
How about you, Emily?
I want to fly through the air.
Yeah, the trapeze.
Yep. That looks like fun.
I actually have a very good friend who's a horn player, and we went to college together. She plays with Baltimore now, and she does trapeze like 3 or 4 times a week. Like down in DC, they have a place where you can go do it. So she always is posting videos, and I just think to myself, oh my gosh, don't get hurt.
That's impressive.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Okay, last, sweet or savory?
Sweet.
Savory.
Savory?
Yeah, one of each.
You balance each other out.
I think
So Linda Carmona would like to know, have you, the two of you, done a lot of recitals together over your life together?
Not recently.
But we have.
Yeah.
We did a couple the lunchtime Eversons
right.
together.
Mm-hmm.
And when we were first boyfriend and girlfriend, he used to come in a practice room and he would play one hand and I'd play the other.
Bach to Barton.
Right.
Barton Vengeance.
And we'd make out at the same time.
Wow.
A couple of years ago. Right?
Yeah. Yep, that was fun.
That sounds actually really romantic. A little like musical duet happening. I think all kinds of things happen in practice rooms that people might be surprised at.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Musicians can attest.
I agree. Yes.
Well, thank you so much for indulging us and coming. I have to be honest, all of you who are listening, I had to kind of twist Emily's arm to get her to come on, but I knew that everyone would love to see the both of you together. So thank you so much. And for all of you who are watching, we're taking Memorial Day off of At Home with Symphoria. We will be at home, but we're not going to be working. And we hope that you have a great weekend and tune in next Thursday. We'll be back at it. And you can see what amazing lightning round questions Emily and Walden come up with for our next guest.
Oh, good.
Okay,
Yeah.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thank
Kelly.
you. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
You too.